Hello, this is Miss Summer Umejono, and I'll be walking you through an overview of the hotel booking analysis. This dashboard analyzes um, hotel booking patterns to understand customer behavior, pricing trend, hotel performance, and seasonality across different countries and hotel types. Okay, first we're going to look at our KPI overview. So we starting here, we have the maximum average daily rate, the ADR recorded is 5.40K. And then we have the overall average ADR, which is 101.83. And we also looking at here for average stay, which means that the guests stay for an average of 3.43 nights, three and a half or three and a quarter nights. And then we have over 119,000 total bookings in this data set. Also looking at the family booking account. So the family bookings account for 0.08%, indicating a relatively small proportion of family travel. And then we have the cancellation rate is 0.37%, meaning that about 37% of the bookings are cancelled. So this KPI shows strong booking volume, moderate pricing, and a noticeable cancellation challenge. Okay, moving on to this chart over here. This chart shows the top 5 countries by total bookings, and we can see that the Portugal PRT records the highest number of bookings by a wide margin, followed by um, the Great Britain and France, Spain, and Germany. This suggests that European markets dominate hotel demand, with Portugal as the primary booking source. Okay, moving on to the average stay by hotel type. This chart compares average length of stay by hotel types, and we can see that the guests stay longer in resort hotels with an average stay of just over 4 nights compared to around 3 nights for city hotels. And this also indicates that the resort hotels attract longer leisure stays, while city hotels support shorter trips. Okay, looking at the line chart here, it shows the total booking by arrival month. And as we can see here, we can see that August records the highest number of arrivals, followed by July and May, and we can see that the January shows the lowest booking volume. This highlights a clear seasonal pattern with the peak demand during summer months. And moving on to the average ADR by hotel types, it shows us that the city hotels have a higher average ADR, slightly above 100, while the resort hotels are priced slightly lower, just under 100. And this suggests that city hotels charge higher nightly rates despite shorter stays. So moving on to the pie donut chart, you can see that a larger portion of the bookings were cancelled, while a larger portion of the bookings were not cancelled, while 37.04% were cancelled, with a significant share. And we can see that cancellations represent a major operational considerations, and 37% of cancellations is actually high. which is something that needs to be tackled and looked at. So moving on to the children and babies distribution, we can see that this chart shows several customers booked stays involving multiple children with values ranging from about 10 children per booking record. This highlights family-related bookings, even though they represent a smaller share overall. So in conclusion, this dashboard analysis shows that hotel demand is highly seasonal, driven mainly by the European travelers, and also resort hotels attract longer stays while city hotels generate higher daily rates. However, the high cancellation rates present an opportunity for improved booking policies and demand forecasting.